Okay, folks, after that camper trip this weekend, it got me kind of reminiscing about my old geology days, and I was looking through some photos, and I found this photo I took um, in Yukon, not too far from Dawson City, maybe like an hour or two away. So, I used to run into footprints like this once in a while. This one's pretty old. I wish I took pictures of the newer ones where it's just the moss pushed down and it's an outline. But oh well. At least I took one picture. So this is my foot. I've got about an 8.5 size foot. I got little tiny feet. And then there's this print here, which is old. The moss has died underneath and it's just become dirt. So it's probably from earlier in the year. You can see it comes up here, and that could be a big toe there, and then, a few little bumps where the rest of the toes were, and then it comes back down this way. So that's an interesting one. I didn't even know I took that picture. I forgot, I guess. And then earlier this spring, I was out, and I saw a potential print, and I took a bunch of pictures of it, but the contrast was really bad, so I'll show you the really bad contrast ones first. Or I guess maybe we'll just go through them in order, because it'll be easier that way. So here you can see, there's clearly some, little toe areas here, and it's hard to get the rest of the outline, and it's hard to see the rest of it. Here's another one, terrible contrast. This is one of the ones I put contrast on. I stepped next to it with I remember my foot is 8.5, so it's pretty small, but if this is an actual print, it's a friggin' monster. It's huge. I didn't measure it or anything. I didn't have measuring tape with me. I gotta remember to bring one next time, but holy man, that's big. And so you can kind of see the outline here. I have some better ones that are right over top, but you can kind of see, so this could be a mid-tarsal break here, and then you have the back heel, which is almost square, but that could be the way it melted, because it had rained literally the day before. So this print was probably that day or the day before that day, because it was a little bit kind of melty towards the edges, and this is spring, so right before summer, basically, so all the snow is melting. But it was pretty decently fresh, so I figured the day before, because of the toes, you can see the snow sticking up all around them. And you'll see that better in some of the other photos I'll go through here. So that's the one without contrast. Can't see a damn thing. I'm glad I thought of doing contrast, because I was just going to toss these photos out. This is kind of a side top view. You can just see the outline of my print there. I kind of cropped it. So you can see here's the toes again. So the toes are really well outlined, which is why I thought it was maybe the day before. And then you've got this square here, and then this is that area that's kind of risen, that's kind of higher up than the rest. It could be a mid-tarsal break. So you've got the outline goes along here. You got your big toe. It's kind of messed up a little bit. Some of the snow fell into it, but big toe here, I think. And then toe, 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 toe. And then it kind of does go out right here, but you can't really tell. It kind of goes out like this, and then comes, well, it doesn't kind of go like that. It kind of goes out like this, and then it comes back. So that really does look like a print, but the problem I have with it is I looked for more prints, because I want to see a trackway. I don't want to see one lone print all by itself, because that's not really good evidence to me. I want to see a trackway that I can photograph the tracks, measure the spaces between them roughly, and all that kind of stuff. This was right before a river, so this ice right here is kind of towards the river, and so this is the bank here. So it was walking across the river, if it is a track. And I went to the other side of the river. I crossed the river, looked up the other side. This is right where a road crosses the river, by the way. It's an old oil lease road that hasn't been used in a long time, so it's washed out and kind of terrible. I can barely get my truck down to the river there, but I couldn't find any more tracks on the other side of the river or this side of the river either. And I found that odd because there's a decent amount of silt. It was kind of like really rocky areas mixed with silty stuff. So if it was, a Sasquatch, it would have had to purposely go over those rocky areas and avoid the silt, which it very well may have done. Who knows? To do this and then just leave this one print there. So I'm a little skeptical about this one, but it's really shaped quite coincidentally well if it's not one. And it sucks using pictures because it looks so much better in person. And like I tried taking video and stuff, it looked terrible, so I'm not going to use it. But you can definitely see like the outline here. It kind of goes like, and you can see the individual toes really well. That's what really got me with this, is you can see where the toes dug in. And this clearly can't be a bear print, because bears, if this is a bear print, you'd see like toe, 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 toe. So it kind of goes in like a semicircle, the bear prints do. Here, I'll bring one up on Google real quick. This won't work here. I have some of my own personal bear prints, but they're going to take me some time to get to. So if we look at this one here, so you can see kind of goes in a bit of a semicircle. That would be the front, and this would be the rear pad here. And that also kind of goes in a semicircle. It kind of goes, you can see this toe's a little bit further back, then the middle toes are always the furthest forward in the print. And in this one, it's nothing like that. You've got this big toe out front here, and then toe, 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 toe. And then you've got this could be a double step in theory, because you've got this impression here, and it's possible, those toes melted away or something. And then you got the rest of the impression here. So that could be like a back foot or a front foot, same here. But it's definitely a really interesting print, but it's not conclusive. I want to try to find some in mud. And like I said in my other video, I really want to get up the river banks and see if I can find where, a print like this would be, but in the mud where there's much more detail and you can definitely rule things out. Kind of like Dan Ronald's pictures. So again, thanks for watching. Just a quick video. I was just playing around with this, so I figured I might as well make a video of it. And have a good one.